morning. As you're coming in, you're doing your POD. It's number 2. What is your favorite World War II movie? Think about it for a second. If you don't have a favorite, please just pick any movie set in the time of World War II or that references World War II. As you figured out by now, I'm not in class. I should be back sometime this afternoon. If you had any questions about projects, I'll be here to take that. Your project is due on the 12th, which is next week, so we're kind of short on time. It's about time for you to start picking a project topic, and after today, you may be finding that some of these things that we're talking about will be something that you'd like to do a project on. So, your World War II favorite movies. You've written them down. If we had time to discuss them, we would. But today, we get to play a game. A trivia game. I'm at Scholar Bowl, so it's only fair that you guys get to play trivia also. So, the game today is What Movie? My brother and I, because we didn't have anything cool to play with in the car, we didn't have iPods or cell phones, so we had to deal with each other for long car rides with no built-in movie screens in the back of my mom's Prius. No, she didn't really have a Prius, but that'd be funny if she did. Either way, so we would go over and give each other a movie quote, and he or I would have to name the movie. So we got pretty good at it. I don't assume that you'll be as good as we could be at this. However, it's for candy. So the first one to get called upon with the correct answer wins. Our sub today has some wonderful candy for you. There's not a limit to how many times you can win. However, she may decide to put some limits on there. Or yes. All right, so the first movie quote, I'm sure you've seen it. You've heard about it. Oh, wait. No, this is a tough one. Sorry. The first one was made in 1943. So as we get ready for this one, it is this. When you know the notes to sing, you may sing almost anything. This is where you guess. There are no bad guesses, only bad people. Okay, thing number 2. It goes like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. She also played in Mary Poppins. This was a picture of her in Austria. She was the hiding out from the Nazis with the Von Trapp family. It's Julia Andrews in For Candy? Really, somebody got this. The Sound of Music. They just kind of redid this a little bit maybe last year, and I heard it wasn't done so well. They tried to do it live. I don't know. But The Sound of Music, a timeless classic, was set in the World War II era. The Von Trapp family was hiding out from the Nazis. We see that big, huge mountain range there in Austria. We assume it is the Alps that you may or may not have remembered from like 2 weeks ago. Now, the next movie is tricky. So here I go with a quote. Name this movie. This one was the one that actually came out in 1943. It goes something like this. And maybe it ever will. However, where I'm going, you can't follow. Here's looking at you, kid. I'll give you a hint about this next movie. In Spanish, it kind of translates to White House. Three guesses. Three guesses. Here's Humphrey Bogart. And, well, if I said mi casa, su casa, my house is your house, in Spanish, you should know that white is Blanca. So Casablanca, White House. In North Africa, another area of the world where the Nazis were occupying, which is where we'll start talking about World War II and the battles in North Africa before we talk about battles in Europe. This is primarily where the first groups of fighting took place with the Allies. So Casablanca in Northern Africa is one of the areas that we'll get to. The next movie, if you didn't get that one, don't worry. This next one, we could maybe even double up. Okay, so movie number 2. This movie came out in the 90s. It was filmed in black and white, even though they had color. You'll recognize the lead actor. It's actually Liam Neeson. This list is good. This list is life. All around it lies the Gulf. Another quote for the movie was, "What's it worth to you? What's a life worth to you?" There's Liam Neeson before he was in Taken. We see a person here with a star on their jacket. He was Jewish. Liam Neeson played in this movie called Schindler's List. I didn't say that all of you had seen these movies, but this is just another World War II movie. This list that Schindler made, he purposely picked out Jewish people that were getting ready to be taken to concentration camps. And as he did this, he saved their lives. He saved their families in some cases. He would say that I needed this person because this person was really good at bomb making, and he worked in a factory where they made weapons. However, his weapons, when the Nazis got out on the battlefield, they didn't really work all that well. So he was kind of undermining the Nazi party in this movie. The next movie, you should get this one, so be ready. Why is the U.S. Navy practicing so early on a Sunday morning? Another quote from this movie is, "I fear that we have awakened a sleeping giant." This movie happened December 7th, 1941. It's Pearl Harbor. So Pearl Harbor, the remake, is, if you were in the morning classes, Mr. Cass took over, was talking about some of these movies, and yesterday in class we should have let him do the movie trivia. But this was a surprise attack by the Japanese forces. We thought we were really safe at Pearl Harbor. Now, as we look back at it, kind of like we look back at 9/11, there were several warning flags and red flags and warning signs that we missed, I should say. However, we'll eventually talk to a guy who was right next to the USS Arizona on the Bristol as it blew up in Pearl Harbor, killing many of the men that were on board. The USS Arizona is still at Pearl Harbor today at the bottom of the bay, and we'll see some pictures of it a little bit later on. This next one, it's a picture video. I am almost sure you'll get this one. Now you have to get it completely correct to win the candy. So, there's no easy way to tell you this, Private, but your brothers are dead. I've gotten orders to come and take you home. So here's the movie, June 6th, 1944. The first 30 minutes of this movie was very lifelike. We'll actually probably watch part of it to give us a little bit of better idea of what our countrymen had to deal with. But this movie is called Saving Private Ryan. If you haven't seen it, it's much watch. If you're not into gore, then maybe skip through about half of the movie. If you're into gore, just watch the first part over and over and over. Kind of scary, how deadly this huge, massive seaborne invasion was. The largest naval invasion in history happened on June 6, 1944. The next one you'll get. This was the picture thing. Everybody, I know we got some gamers out there. You make the call. Takers? Okay, this was another thing from the game. It's Call of Duty 2. Confession, I have never actually played it. I'm sorry. It's on my bucket list of things to do. Waste my time with a bunch of video games. However, I'm not there yet. But one of these days, I'll get there. I'll also start watching The Walking Dead, but I'm not there yet. This next quote. In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. This was originally, I think, a book, and then they made it into a movie. And this girl's picture's in there. Any takers? That's right, Anne Frank. You're going to be reading this in, or the Diary of Anne Frank. You'll be reading in Mrs. Deason's class in the next few weeks. She says, I simply can't build up my hopes on a foundation consisting of confusion, misery, and death. She wrote about her time in the concentration camps. As she was Jewish, she went into hiding. We don't want to ruin the book for you. However, a very good tale of what life was like in the camps. Next one. This movie I've also not seen, although the clip that I'd like to show you sometime in class, that looks really good. It says, from the last man to the last plane, to the last bullet, to the last minute, to the last man, we fight. Yeah, that's right, it's Red Tails. If you read it first and you said it out loud, then yes, you got it. It's the Tuskegee Airmen, the all-African-American fighting crew that fought during World War II and fought very bravely. So, as we look at all of these things, and you picked out your favorite World War II movies, can we think about why they made so many movies or games or books about World War II? What's the purpose? That's right. We hoped you said something like, it was a very traumatic time. There was lots of drama. There was, good times and bad times. So as we look at all of the things that happened during World War II, this was just kind of an introduction today. Tonight, and for the rest of my class today, you can enjoy your candies if you are a winner. Just like they say on the commercials, sprinkles are for winners. So winners and not so much winners, if you can get done this assignment for me, there are 5 definitions and a couple questions. I need you to read through the section and get done with this. After you finish, you're welcome to work on other homework quietly. Maybe start thinking about your project. Start flipping through the chapter to find out some interesting battles which you're going to do some more research over. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day.